Hi, and thank you for tuning in to Noir Histoire. I'm Natasha, and in today's episode, I'll be discussing the Greenwood Business District, also known as Black Wall Street. Following emancipation and the end of the Civil War, Black people across America began to exercise their newly obtained independence. Having been subjugated and denied self-determination, Black people worked hard and pooled their resources to establish schools, businesses, and various cultural institutions for the betterment of our people. Some chose to build new lives on or close to the plantations where they'd previously toiled in bondage, while others migrated to new areas in search of a fresh start. The Dawes Act of 1887 divided Native American tribal lands, a lot of which was located in what would come to be known as Oklahoma. So the land would split into plots that were then distributed to individuals. At the time, new all-Black communities were being settled across the country, and several were founded in Oklahoma. Formerly enslaved people who had been owned by local Native Americans or who moved to the area were able to acquire land. Aside from a desire to purchase land, people also moved to Tulsa in hopes of striking it rich or at least making a good living in the nearby oil fields. One such town was the Greenwood District in Tulsa, which was established in 1906 by O.W. Gurley. A wealthy Black man from Arkansas, Gurley used some of his money to purchase 40-plus acres of land. He made the avant-garde decision to restrict sales of the land to only other Black people and founded a boarding house, which was the first among several other businesses that he would eventually establish. Before Greenwood's official founding, entrepreneurial Black people had been moving to the area to take advantage of the option to purchase land. But as news of Gurley's plans and activities spread, droves of Black would-be entrepreneurs, professionals, and workers began to move to the area in pursuit of opportunities. As Greenwood grew in prominence, it became a mecca for some Black people looking to escape the crushing lack of opportunities in other parts of the country. But Tulsa was still segregated, and the Oklahoma government actively supported efforts to make it difficult for Black people to vote and otherwise hold the dubious honor of having some of the strictest Jim Crow laws. Also, Tulsa was separated by race, like literally separated by race, due to train tracks that ran between the all-Black Greenwood District and white Tulsa. Yet some of Greenwood's success was a result of its being segregated from the rest of Tulsa. Local laws prevented Black people from patronizing some businesses or purchasing properties in Tulsa's white areas. This meant that Black residents of Greenwood had little choice but to spend their money within the community regardless of where it was earned. Thus, the Black dollar circulated multiple times and over an extended period before leaving the community. Forced to be self-reliant, Greenwood developed an impressive infrastructure that included a bank, hospital, post office, schools, and transportation. Entrepreneurs and professionals such as doctors, lawyers, merchants, etc. provided services that Black residents could not procure elsewhere locally. There were also rank-and-file workers and manual laborers who lived in Greenwood but likely also worked in Tulsa's white areas, so they were bringing dollars from those areas into the neighborhood. The Greenwood District's financial success and wealthy Black residents earned the neighborhood the nickname Negro Wall Street and later Black Wall Street. But while Black Wall Street's successful Black population inspired some, it bred jealousy and hatred in others. Some residents from white Tulsa, particularly among the poor, began to take offense at the success of Greenwood and its residents. White supremacy could not comfortably exist in a city where simply crossing railroad tracks would prove the concept ridiculous. If Black people were supposedly an inferior race by nature, what did it mean if they were able to build an independently successful district such as Greenwood? Black Wall Street's success was an affront to white supremacy, as it was regarded as Black people forgetting their place by breaking free from subjugation and oppression. Also, despite being located on the outskirts of Tulsa, Greenwood's land was coveted as an area for the city's expansion. Usually, I try to keep these Black History shorts about the length of a song or a music video, but as I began writing about the Tulsa Race Massacre, I realized that it was important to provide a detailed background on the Greenwood District, aka Black Wall Street. By the time I finished writing that part of the Black History short and began working on the massacre, I realized that it was running a bit too long for a Black History short. So I decided to split the episode in two, though once complete, the show notes will be made available on the Noir Histoire website as just one blog post, just like one long blog post. I'm not a fan of cliffhangers myself, but tune in for part 2 where I'll discuss the Tulsa Race Massacre, its aftermath, and some recent events. Thanks for tuning in. Show notes are available on the Noir Histoire website via the link in the episode description. If you enjoyed this episode, please click the thumbs up button. You can also share it online, on social media, or with someone you think might enjoy the episode. Doing this will help other people find the show, which helps it to grow. If you aren't already subscribed to the Noir Histoire YouTube channel, I hope you subscribe now and return to get motivated, get inspired, and get more stories of Black history made and in the making. Until next time, take care.